Welcome back to Risque Business News. I'm May.
And I'm Laura. And what are we talking about?
Oh boy. So today on the podcast, we are talking about Kim Kardashian herself.
Wow.
Very fun.
Best businesswomen of our billionaire women, self-made.
Totally
inspiration.
Self-made. But she is pretty impressive, I have to say. You might have heard of her. Most people, they only know her for her sex tapes, her huge ass, her family, her dating
There's other
life.
things.
But today we're actually going to talk about all of her business ventures throughout the years and her spicy lawsuit with her ex, Ray J.
Oh, I'm so excited because I need to know more about that.
Oh my God, it's fun. Well, it's sad, but
No,
it's interesting. Okay, have fun.
Where's the money? I don't understand how you make money.
Hold
from
on.
that, though.
2 stand-up comics in New York City.
Just learned a lot of this stuff. I'm gonna ask all the stupid questions that you might be thinking at home, but are afraid to ask people.
Making it to where you feel like you're too stupid to be able to ever engage in it, they win.
Why the fuck are they doing this?
It's to make money. It's risque business news.
Well, Laura, I think we would be remiss if we did not discuss the fact that the Beyond Meat executive has gotten in trouble for biting a man's nose during a fight in an Arkansas college football game.
Okay, so like a week ago, we received a comment on one of our YouTubes that says, business news, that sounds boring.
We did?
We did.
Oh.
And this is just what I want you all to reflect on at this moment. Because you can't write this shit. Like, what? For so many things. An Arkansas football game.
Yep.
That's already paints the scene. Where apparently people are biting each other's noses.
I guess so. He's got nothing on Mike Tyson.
Yeah, goddamn.
Yeah.
Like an ear, I get it. Isn't that what he did?
Yeah, but why would you get that?
Because an ear is on the side of your head. A nose is like, you got to go in for like
A
what the guy
kiss.
thinks is a kiss.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
It's just like,
Jeez, that would hurt so much. Ow.
yeah. And the Beyond Meat, I mean, like
It's
there's
just
so many
perfect.
jokes there that I'm just not even going to bother because
Yeah.
like vegan, like we get it. Like we get it. He
Right,
only
well-
eats human meat. Like we got it.
Maybe the guy had a nose job, so it was a lot of fake cartilage or something. It's beyond nose. Beyond cartilage.
He was just taste testing for their next product line. He's like, is that plastic surgery? Oh my God.
I love these like morally superior people that didn't then do shitty things, like biting some stranger's nose because of a football game, but then they're like, we need to save the animals. It's like, what are we doing here?
Also, like at a college football game, like rein it the fuck in.
Right, like did he have like millions of dollars riding on this game? I don't understand.
Yeah, was that like sponsored by also Arkansas? What sponsored by Beyond Meat? Like I'm guessing no.
I'm guessing no.
Probably not.
Beyond Burgers are pretty good. Is that the one? Or what's Impossible Burgers are better?
I couldn't tell you the difference. I don't.
They're
Isn't
both bad for you.
right. That was
Yeah.
the whole thing where I was like, well, this is bullshit. I mean,
Right.
I understand like the animal component, but maybe just eat some vegetables if you're gonna like be worried about that.
Yeah.
Seems kind of weird to continue to fake meat.
Right.
Seems like you think about meat a lot. But then beyond that, it'd be one thing if they were good for you. Like
Right.
it was like the equivalent of eating a salad, but it's not.
And no, not at all. I think it's bad for you in a lot of ways in your body. I mean, this is all conjecture. I don't know. I'm not a scientist or whatever, but like, I think it's
We
like,
know.
yeah. But like, I think your body's like confused by it too. It's like, what is happening? What is this?
Remember when everyone went gluten-free for a long time and
Yeah.
then they made gluten-free bread
Yeah.
and it wouldn't go bad?
Wait, really?
I remember having, maybe there was different types, but like I remember my mom bought this like low carb, like gluten-free bullshit.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the low carb. It was like carb free or something. Like
Oh, carb-free
like-
bread.
Like
Whoa.
it was during the
I would love
Atkins,
that.
that chaotic phase. Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
one of those things where like you'd open the cabinet and see the various kinds of bread and like nothing would have changed on that one and you're like, that's bad for you.
Yeah.
Like that's definitively.
right.
There's no way.
I feel like all that stuff is all been proven to be bad for you. When it was like no fat, like you can't believe it's not butter. Like your body is just like, yeah, we don't think this is food.
No, absolutely
Just
not.
eat like regular food in
moderation.
moderation.
Unfortunately, there's nothing to be. You just have to not eat as much as you would like
Yeah.
of random things.
I know. I love eating large quantities and then going to sleep. Ooh, what a great feeling.
Well, that's because you're wedding dieting right now.
Yeah, I'm like so hungry. I'm like thinking about
fantasizing.
food. Last night I was looking up recipes and I was just looking at all these recipes and I was not going to make any of them. I'd had like a hard boiled egg for dinner, and I was looking at these fucking recipes.
It's like porn for people like about to get married.
Literally.
You're like, baby, I cannot wait until we get married so I can eat. Oh my God.
What's it called? I've said this to you via text, but I'll say it again. It's so funny seeing people just totally like people that are supposed to be the most body positive people just totally flip when they find out that you're getting married. So like my bar instructor, I told her, I was like, oh, I want to be part of this like challenge that they're doing to do like 60 classes in 30 days, or no, the opposite, 30 classes in 60 days challenge that they were doing. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I'll do it or whatever. I was like, 'cause I'm getting married. And it was like almost exactly 60 days. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. And she's like, oh, she's like, you should be here every day. You should. She's like, are you kidding me? She's like, your arms, dude, like you got to get those into, like, she was like, we got to like a wedding dress is all arms. And I was like, all right. We're like 10 minutes before we're in the class, and she's like, if you know, listen to your body, and like, da-da. And then after class, she was like, you fat fuck, you gotta be here every day.
She's like, I know I said all those things, but this is go time, bitch.
This is go time, bitch, and you're fucking
I'm on your side.
Right.
I'm your coach now. They all turn into like little personal trainers.
Right. It's so funny, but I mean. Anyway, so that's been my experience with instructors during this time, which is funny.
Yeah, well, I can't say I will be doing any of those, so maybe she's just trying to get a buck, but no.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll
you
be
look great. Obligatory. You look great. Everyone, May looks great.
Right. But Mexico City next week for my bachelorette. That's gonna be sick.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'll be eating whatever I want there.
Yes,
Mexico.
you got to.
Probably
You're
shoot
gonna
it
get
all
the
out
shits.
anyway. Yeah, there we go.
It's gonna be fine. It'll be purged.
Yeah,
the purge is what we like to call that.
Yeah. Okay, another little thing I wanted to discuss as well is that 2 women were recently arrested for fake fentanyl. Do you see?
Oh my God,
remember?
I saw. Yes.
Yeah, I think you sent me that.
Did I?
Yeah.
Maybe. Fake fentanyl.
Yeah. So I guess they were just selling fake drugs. The cops were like, listen,
ladies,
we can't have you scamming people all around town. You got to kill them for real.
I mean,
Okay.
and it's also kind of cool though that like women be getting in there, you know,
Hell
some
yeah.
equality. We have that every once in a while. We're talking about one of our first billionaires. And then these ones were almost old. They're second billionaires.
Check them out. Yeah,
Yeah.
underground billionaires. Fentanyl, man, I don't get it. I don't understand why people are putting that in Coke specifically. Check your Coke, by the way. This is a PSA for that.
So are people purposefully doing fentanyl?
Yeah, I think so. I think that it's something you can get addicted to like anything else. But I'm not. I mean, I think so.
Okay.
Because it's like a very strong. It can make your heroin like extremely strong. Like
it's like the heroin group.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it like knocks you out on your ass. I mean, but then if like the smallest hairline difference can be the difference between having like an amazing high or being dead.
So what I don't understand about lacing Coke with fentanyl is why are you trying to kill your customers?
That's what I don't get either.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
We need to get some Coke dealers
Yeah.
on the pod.
It's really scary.
Yeah,
it's
it is
really scary. I was at a party and some people were doing the little like tabs that you can test the Coke or whatever. Like you know, you've seen
so
those?
that's like the least fun thing to do.
I
I mean,
know.
at that point, just maybe don't do it.
I know.
Get a drink.
I was thinking
Go
to
get a
myself, I was
beer.
like, is this really worth it? Like, I just don't feel like it feels so scary. And then it's like, oh, you're testing this thing that you got from like where? CVS?
Right.
You know, like think about how many COVID tests have been wrong.
Wrong,
It's like,
exactly. Yeah, it's the one that's wrong, and then you're
and then you're
toast.
and then you're literally dead. It's like, oh, you can get like you could do like a little, like a fucking bump, or you can die.
Or you
like
can-
the risk reward doesn't make
just
any
does
sense.
not make sense. Maybe this was put in by like people trying to get rid of, trying to reduce the Coke habit. Scare the shit out of them.
Listen, it
That's
all ties
dark.
back to the government.
Just trying to say,
We know the government's behind this.
it's all made in a pizza parlor somewhere. That's where it's from.
Yep. It's underneath. It's
This
in
is
a
a politics
Wayfair.
podcast now.
It's in a Wayfair armoire. Okay.
Brought to you in part by 4chan.
Yeah. We're so like fucking. We want sponsorships so bad. I'd be like, sure, I'll do 4chan.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
No,
whatever.
I wouldn't because we'd get blocked on everything else.
But it's a
Anything
pretty
else?
big user group.
Yeah.
So.
So not the week after, but the week after that, we'll be recapping our trip to our bachelorette trip. Maybe we should film some content out
We
there.
should.
Yeah.
We should do maybe like a on the streets episode. Not on the streets. We're like
No.
interviewing people.
Yeah,
they're
they're
like, I
like-
speak Spanish.
And
What do
they're
you-"
also like, what? This is why we hate when Americans come down here. My God. I don't like. I don't want to be asked what I do for a living. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
walking through the fucking park.
I'm going to work.
Yeah.
It's a city. There's a lot of different things here.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to the most?
Tacos.
Tacos. Hell yeah.
Actually, no. I hope we do end up doing what's it called? The luchador.
we are.
Oh, are we?
Yes.
Guys?
We're gonna get tons of content from that.
Oh, buddy.
So the luchador, for those of you that don't know, it is like a famous masked wrestling match.
We're going to a wrestling match for May's Bachelorette, and
Hell yeah.
I could not be more excited.
And my sister got us front row tickets. And they were like $40. And they come with 2 tequila shots.
I'm so excited.
I'm
you
pumped.
Guys. I'm so excited.
It's
gonna
gonna be great.
So fun. We gotta have a fit. We have to have fits. I'm like,
We gotta have fits. But my sister was saying, she was like, I'm worried that like the place is ripping us off. Blah, blah, blah. And I was
Okay.
like, we're getting ripped off $40? Sure. I don't care.
have
Like,
an extra 10. Like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? Ripped off?
Don't care. I really don't care. Yeah, I'm super excited. It's gonna be great. So Saturday we're having like kind of a ratchet day because we're gonna do the canals and then we're gonna do
I'd
the
love it.
luchador.
That'll be that's a perfect day for me.
It's a perfect day.
Perfect day. This will be some
We just
tacos.
can't get too drunk at the canals or else we're all gonna
die
die.
before the
Yeah.
luchadors.
So anyway, watch
Okay,
out.
noted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good opportunity to plug the socials because I think we'll be giving some content live.
We will,
on there.
yeah. May_Planner and Laura
Laura
Sogar.
Sogar.
Check us out. I'm most looking forward to just hanging with you guys.
Aww.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Because I feel like one of these like I mean, it is kind of bougie to take people out of country, but I'm like,
No, it'll be
you know
fun.
what? Whatever. It'll be fine.
It'll be great.
We're in
I'm
our
going
30s.
early.
People have like
Yeah, I mean, also don't go if it's a problem.
right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're also in our 30s where it's like, if it's going to be an issue, don't go.
Right. Exactly. I'm not gonna be offended. I would be like, sure, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. See ya in
Sounds
New
like
York.
a you problem. You're going to have no luchadors in New York. Let me tell you that.
I don't
Maybe
know.
there are actually, now
Maybe.
that I think about it for another second.
Should we go to a cockfight?
If we find one. No, we
no,
should not.
you don't think so? Okay. All right, fine.
Did you see her testing the waters on that real quick?
I'm like, it's my bachelorette. It's my special day. We have to go see the fucking cockfight.
I want to see a rooster die ruthlessly. I'm getting married.
I'm getting married. I'm just like getting blood sprayed on my white dress.
like, I'm getting married.
God. Also sponsored by PETA.
That's so funny. Jesus Christ.
All right,
Can't
cool.
wait.
Should we talk about
Yeah,
Kim
I
K?
guess.
All right, we're
I'd like
gonna-
to talk more about cockfights, but yeah, we should do this, I guess.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. So Kim K is kind of a badass. I've always been sort of a supporter of Kim K.
Me too.
Because I think it's like, it's one of these things that it becomes cool to like hate on her. Like, oh, I don't pay attention to the Kardashians. It's like, okay, congratulations. Like, they're still
Yeah.
like very successful businesswomen. You might not like that they use their sexuality or whatever, but like, guess what?
are they supposed
They're
to do?
pretty fucking smart. And you can't take that away from them. Like,
Yeah, they are. We also, so I know this is going to be a series because Kris Jenner, we got to,
oh, yeah.
what the hell? We got to review.
Right. So this is going to be a series I'm going to do every Kardashian over time. Okay?
Yeah.
This is not become
This is going to turn into a Kardashian
Alright,
podcast. And
right. Because we still have to do
We have
more
more
so
Elon
on the,
Musk.
on the Shark Tank stuff
Oh, yeah,
too.
we have stuff. We have plenty of content.
We
to go
haven't
through.
wrapped up anything that we've promised.
Elon Musk, the Twitter trials are starting soon. Like, it's just
Oh, really?
like and subscribe. Yeah,
That's exciting.
October. I know.
I don't know. It made such a weird noise in the microphone. I was like,
Twitter trials. I think you're the only person to get that.
oh my
We're
God.
just in so much hype for it. I'm super.
So much
I'm
fucking
fired
hype.
up.
Okay, cool. So anyway, so Kim K right now, her underwear brand Skims, which by the way has incredible dresses, it's now worth $3.2 billion.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's a fucking
Dude,
titan.
I will say every time I try to buy stuff from them, they're fucking sold out.
Really?
Yeah, maybe that's just the timing or whatever. I have
Yeah.
no idea or like what I'm specifically looking for, but either way, it's been a couple times and I've been like, good for you. Like,
But
they
that
are
might
cranking
be-
through their shit.
That might be a strategic play.
Exactly.
Yeah. To
mean-
be like, oh, we're only going to make this amount so then it always looks like it's coveted. You know?
Sure, it doesn't matter either way. It worked because I'm
True.
just like, well, I would like to get some Skims.
Yeah.
This bitch.
And iconically, Queen Kim said, not bad for a girl with no talent.
Oh, she's a sass.
She is.
I
She's
do love it.
savage. She's pretty funny too.
She is. I really like her. It is funny though
great.
because I remember like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the timeline. Like I feel like early college, I was just like, I would never. Kim Kardashian, like she is a porn star. I would
Right.
never watch the Kardashians.
Right.
And now I'm like, I mean,
I don't really like the show, The Kardashians, but I like them as a concept, I guess.
I like reading the articles on
Right,
them.
right.
And like seeing what she's up to and seeing
Yeah.
her little photo shoots and stuff like that. And yeah, I like her.
Yeah, she's great.
Great. So counterculture, Laura.
I know. Oh, we're crazy.
Yeah.
We're crazy. All right. So anyway, so we're going to talk a little bit about how did she get her start, and everyone knows it. Okay. She got her start by that viral sex tape with Ray J. And there's been some things in the news lately about said sex tape that, to my knowledge, was recorded in 2002 and then were released in 2007.
Wow. So that was 20 years ago that she was getting
Yeah. Dick
boned.
down. Yes.
She was getting-
Although, have you ever seen it? It's kind of boring.
I feel like I've seen clips from it. Wasn't it like a weird like night vision goggle kind of thing?
It was. And
Which what?
at least the one that I saw, it was mostly like you could just see like her face and like him in the back.
Yeah,
I don't
that's so that wouldn't even crack the top 500 on
No.
like any porn site now.
No.
Like no chance.
Mm-mm. It's like watching a movie from the 80s and you're like, this is so bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Was there no good like production value?
Oh my god. But so she was famous because of her father.
Yes.
at that
yeah,
point,
yeah. So
yeah.
so people had known about the Kardashians because her dad had defended O.J. Simpson, which actually was a rift between him and Kris Kardashian or Jenner. I mean Kardashian at the time.
Right.
Because obviously she was friends with the woman that OJ beheaded. Oops. And he was defending OJ. And
I actually didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I've like
How
always
weird.
known vague like buzzwords around them, but I've actually never like how does that story all fit together? Do you know
Yep.
what I mean? Damn.
Isn't that insane? So that would be like
That is a rift.
if Mark murdered me and then he was defending Mark in court.
That would be a complicated.
I would hate that personally.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
I would just really prefer we don't do that.
that would stink.
Hey guys, no thanks.
dude. No, thank you.
Okay, yeah, I can understand why that was tumultuous for them. Yes,
Right.
that makes sense.
But so they were already sort of in the limelight, and then also Kim was Paris Hilton's assistant. You didn't know this?
No, dude, I don't know. Like, I was not interested because I was like too cool for the Kardashians. No, I just had my head
And there
under
was,
a
like-
rock. That's cool.
I know, isn't that great?
Yeah.
And then
No wonder they're both like Paris and Kim have similar energy.
they do, yeah.
They like both lean into this like really heavy persona, but then like every once in a while you're like, wait, they're
right.
actually like there's some stuff behind the scenes going on there.
Well, also, I mean, we've known them since they were fucking 22, and now they're both in their 40s. Like, there's gonna be an evolution of
course,
like,
yeah,
you know.
of course.
But yeah, pretty fucking cool. It's like such a small world. It's like, no, there's a bunch of rich people in LA that get together and recommend their daughters.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
So
Like,
crazy.
so
how,
crazy.
How did they find each other?
who would have thunk? Whatever. So she had sort of been in the limelight, but this viral sex tape like really put it out there. And this was after the show had started, I believe, because the show like had a episode where they were talking about it, and she was like crying, and her mom was like, you know, this sucks. Or
Her
whatever.
mom was like, "This is how we got the deal for the show.
Right,
so
right.
like,
Like, we have to-
get
we have
those
to-
tears out. Come
we
on,
gotta-
girlie."
we got to pretend that this is news to us.
Crank it
You know,
up.
all that shit. So anyway, so a lot's been happening between Kim K and Ray J right now. It's hitting the headlines again because the drama is unfolding still. So the latest update is that the rapper, Ray J, is allegedly suing Kim for suggesting that he could have sexually assaulted her while she was sleeping.
For that sex tape?
For so apparently, like, in a new episode of the Kardashians, she's saying that he was like sexually assaulting her with a dildo while she was sleeping in her butt.
Oh. That's a terrible way to wake up.
I know.
Ray J, no.
Yeah,
I
but he
mean-
says it. He's like, I don't know where the fuck this came from.
So that's not related to those specific sex tapes. It's just in general.
No,
this
but
has
there's
occurred.
more tea on the sex tapes themselves.
Yes.
Um,
When I want to for a second, when they initially said that those came out, it was thought that they recorded them consensually together, but
Yeah.
then Kim knew nothing basically past that. That was kind of like the stance.
yeah, that was the stance, that she didn't know how they got released.
Got it.
And I don't think they blamed him. I don't know if they did or not. I should know.
They were just like, they got leaked.
Right.
Mysteriously.
But basically, so now Ray J made the news after, so Kris Jenner took a lie detector test and said that she did not release it. And Ray...
Which, by the way, lie detector tests.
I know. They're like, yeah, where do you get those?
What are you fucking talking about? What scam artist came up with that technology?
I know. You don't follow as much true crime as I do because I literally only follow true crime. But a lot of them, like, people like go to, well, back in the day, people would get like convicted. And it's like, that's not admissible in court anymore.
We should, yeah, I mean, there's no way that it should be admissible in court. We should also, like, I want to know who made those. Like, what lobbyist was able to get that shit passed where doctors were like, yeah, that seems like this is a mysterious way to tell if you're lying.
If your heart rate spikes when you're being interrogated by the police, it's like, yeah.
What?
That's going to happen. They could ask me what my name is. And it would be
Yeah.
like, boop.
I see a cop nowadays. I'm like,
Yeah.
is there a riot coming around? Like, what are we doing?
So Ray J accused Kris Jenner of lying and said that it was a fake lie detector test. He even called out Kris for defaming him and shared a video on Instagram about it. So as per TMZ, everyone's favorite news source, Ray J is exploring the idea of filing a defamation lawsuit against Kim K after a remark on their Hulu show that he might have penetrated her anally with a sex toy when she was asleep. He says it's an outrageous lie, and he said that the rapper is furious that the founder, that Kim, floated the idea that there could be a second sex tape involving both of them on the show also. So
now we've got 2 sex tapes and 1 dildo up butt.
Yeah.
And 1 sleeping lady.
Correct.
Wow. Yeah, that doesn't make Ray J look good. I will give him that.
No.
I hope. I'm like, well, do I want that to be true? And Kim is telling the truth. That's a bad situation.
No.
Or do I want her to be lying and trying to ruin this man's life?
Ooh, I don't know.
I know. That's a weird, would you rather?
Yeah, I just don't see why she... I don't know.
Why would she make that up?
I have no fucking idea. That's... Ugh. Butt stuff, man. It stinks out nice.
When you're asleep?
In
That's a
general,
nightmare.
I don't like butt stuff at all.
No. I mean, no one... You cannot convince me.
No, you cannot convince...
You cannot convince me.
These women that are like, I love anal. I'm like, you love
you don't.
impressing men.
Exactly.
Okay?
You need to go to therapy and get some self-respect. Just kidding. I mean, or am I? I don't know. Maybe you do really love it, but I will say I don't understand.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
It's painful.
It's... Ugh. Okay. Anyway, some cool numbers. Their infamous sex tape reportedly made like a shitload, made over $1 million in just 14 days. And as per some sources, the sex tape raked in $1 billion? Is that what I'm seeing? $1.4 billion in revenue.
Holy shit.
From DVD sales. Most of which from DVD sales, which is a lot. This is from...
No, wait. 1.4 million.
Oh, sorry. 1.4 million.
Okay.
Okay,
Damn.
stop.
Okay, I was going to say, like, no, that can't be right.
I was like, that is insane.
Like, wow, that's a company. This is a hell of a sex tape. Yeah, I mean, that's still, like, an unbelievable number for fucking DVD sales. It's hilarious.
Crazy.
Um,
So Kanye and Ray J have both said that Kris Jenner was the mastermind.
she absolutely was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
for sure.
okay. Like,
But it gets like a little bit more scandalous too. So he's saying that also they had them do multiple copies. So like she was, and then she would watch this is what Ray J
they
said.
had takes?
Yeah. And like watch the takes and be like, no, like not this one of like her own daughter. So that's like really fucking salacious.
So weird. But
I
also
hope
like
not true.
I mean, that's definitely true.
You think?
What is she gonna just like if you're gonna release a sex tape, make it good?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then
This is
allegedly,
Hollywood, baby.
So allegedly there was another sex tape, and then Kanye flew out to Ray J to like retrieve it because it was like a physical copy that he had or something.
Wow.
Like that. Yeah.
Wait, I was at the doctor's office, famously where they were like, your insides are broken.
Right.
And I was watching.
By that you mean your cholesterol is a tad high.
It was my blood pressure. How dare you?
Okay.
But anyway, I was watching TMZ because it was on, and they were saying that the other sex tape was a lot more hardcore.
Oh,
So
interesting. Okay.
stay tuned.
Yeah.
Part 2, we'll watch it live.
We could do that behind a paywall.
That is behind a paywall.
That'd
That
be
would be a weird episode.
It would be weird. We're just watching
For a while,
porn.
we're like, ha, and then we're like, what do we do?
That would be so embarrassing. Because, like,
I know.
oh, it'd be so fucking embarrassing.
She'll be fine. I am 100% confident she can weather this.
Yeah.
What, like, I know it's not even a question. Like, anyone else, I'd be like, oh boy.
Dude.
She's not even gonna flinch.
Dude, Kylie weathered people dying at Astroworld.
It's a great point.
No one's talked about Astroworld. No one's discussed the legal implications. We don't know. There's no follow-up from all these people who legitimately fucking died. Like, what the fuck? And the Kardashians just keep
They
on
just kept
chugging.
it moving. They were like, here's a lip kit for all of you. Let's move it along, folks.
So weird.
I know.
Like, how do they do it?
I mean, they know everyone who would be reporting it. That's how they do it.
Yeah.
It's just like politicians, but they do it for like media magazines.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's crazy though, because I guess it's not big enough of news to like hit like New York Times that frequently. Like it would hit it once or twice, but like the follow-up might not be as closely monitored by like those groups.
Yeah.
And the ones who would be super interested are like the TMZs or the E! News or those kind of groups, because it's more like celebrity and like it's very sad, but sad things happen frequently, you know?
Right.
And those groups, I promise you, Kris Jenner knows half the fucking board of
course.
every single one of those groups.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely does. What are they going to do?
Damn.
They're going to lose out on all the Kardashian drama going forward? This is complete conjecture, but I actually think it's true.
I actually think you're making sense to me.
Making sense. That's what we do on this pod.
I think so. All right. Well, let's get into some of her businesses. So I'm going to do this. This is like ripped exactly from a Glamour.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. You're going to make up what her business is.
Right. Like, sue me. Okay. Whatever. This was the easiest research I've ever done in the history of this podcast.
Yeah, believe it or not, people are writing about the Kardashians.
Yeah, it's like crazy. But anyway, so we're going to go through a list of Kim K's businesses ranked least successful to most successful.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. So the first one is the Kardashian Card. Both first letters are K.
The KK.
The KK.
Ooh.
One more K.
That is tough.
That is
the Kim Kardashian Card. No wonder it's the least successful. People were like, whoa, move it along.
That is... They had to have thought of that.
I mean, come on.
I
that was
know.
the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah. That's shitty. Okay, so the Kardashian Card... blah, blah, blah. Let's see. So it was scrapped before it even took off, which... probably for a good reason.
Yeah,
so
they were like, oh, KKK, are we going to get this over here?
It was a prepaid MasterCard, which launched tried to launch in 2010, and it had sky-high fees and a campaign that targeted young teenagers. Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Which garnered fierce criticism, leading to the card promptly taken off the market. That's
in 2010 they tried to do this?
Like 2 years after the fucking market crash.
Jesus Christ. They were like, no, we just bailed out all of the banks. And we're really going to get a handle on the finances of this country. And then Kim Kardashian's like, listen,
or we could put everyone in massive debt.
Exactly. Listen, this card's a fancy color, and your kids have no credit yet.
No, and they're teenagers.
Or sense of what this means.
No. Wow.
Damn. So
I remember when I was younger, I did not understand like credit.
Right.
And so
no, because why would you? It's so
would I?
confusing sounding.
But I did not understand it. So I would like go into like Victoria's Secret. They'd be like, if you open a credit card with us or whatever, you get like 15% off. And I'd be like, okay, sure. And then we'd get like a thing in the mail. My mom would be cracking up because she's like, May got declined for her credit card. She's fucking 14. She was like, you have no idea what, I don't know why they would even offer that to you. You're fucking 14. And I would just constantly be getting declined. Like, oh, Crate and Bear. No, I don't know. Whatever. Like
Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah.
Or what is it? Bath
Wet
and Body.
Seal. She's declined.
Oh my God. You didn't get your 10% off at Wet Seal. Oh shit.
How funny. My mom had a lot of good laughs about things that came from me in the mail because I kept getting declined for these credit cards that I was like, but Mom, I was going to get like 10% off my purchase.
It's a good deal.
It's a good deal.
I was going to say $14.99. Mom.
I also used to get things in the mail for AARP.
Why?
And I don't know. My mom was like, I swear to God, they just see your old lady name and are like, send it out.
Send it.
Send
Every
it
May is
out.
automatically registered. Send that
And
to
then
them.
when I was like a restaurant hostess at like 15 and 16, I would fill out my taxes incorrectly. And then they would send me a bill for fucking $34.
The male guy is just like, this May lady has a problem. We need to check in on her. What are her parents doing?
It's so funny thinking about my mom opening the mail and being like, fucking, this daughter is
She just
so...
Abercrombie.
Yeah, like...
Aeropostale. You got denied, May. Not again.
Most kids are getting caught shoplifting. I was getting caught trying to open credit cards. Like, what did I think was going to happen?
What was your limit going to be? Like $80?
I don't know. I don't
What
know.
bank is like giving you money to get in there and buy more scrunchies?
I don't. Listen. I was giving it my best shot, okay? I didn't know how the world works.
Listen, I have one credit score and I'm going to drive it to the ground.
It's so funny thinking about how little people know how the world works when you're younger. Like, I remember I got in a car crash with this guy and I was like, we're cool though, right? Like, we'll just like, it's like cool, right? The guy was like, no, I'm he was like, my insurance company will call your insurance company. And I was like, dude, my mom's going to flip. He was like, yeah.
Yeah, you crashed a vehicle, an investment piece. Like, you need paperwork. Why are you able to drive?
Oh my God.
Sometimes I will say, sometimes I like, when you're growing up, you're like, oh, I should be able to drive sooner. This is stupid. Holy shit. In retrospect, the fact that they are letting like 15 to 16-year-olds on the, oh my God.
It's scary.
I had some 15, 16-year-olds at a comedy show the other day, and they physically couldn't put their phone down.
Yeah.
They were at a show. They paid to be there.
Wow. That's so sad.
It was like kind of jarring. Like, I
Yeah.
was ripping into them as the host. I was like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And they couldn't do it.
Wow.
And it was like to the point where I was like, I don't think you can.
That's like a real addiction.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus Christ, pick up a beer
Ew.
bottle. Like, let's move this along.
They don't have sex anymore. They don't do any of these things.
I know.
Sex is out.
How is sex out? What?
I don't know. People are fine with just like watching porn during a comedy show.
During a comedy show, yeah, they are great multitaskers. I'll give them that.
Next one we're going to talk about is Kardashian Beauty. So you can see some right here. It's pretty. It's like
All right,
kind of
you got
fugly.
it.
It's like looks cheap as shit though.
I know, yeah, that this just seems like Kardashian, obviously a beauty line makes a ton of sense, but that
Right.
was really shitty executed. If you're listening, it's basically like I don't know.
Looks like a CVS brand.
Yeah. It looks like some of those Victoria's Secret bottles, but like
Yeah.
it's like if Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works like comboed.
Had a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was originally launched as Chroma Beauty with a K in front of it, but then there was a lawsuit because apparently that already existed.
Okay.
And it was makeup and later hair care, and it was a bit of a disappointment. So the pigment payoff was really bad. So Bethany Frankel would have had a lot to say about
My
it.
girl.
And the packaging looked a little cheap. So
Okay.
anyway, so it just didn't work out. But what was I going to say? Do you know also that Bethany Frankel has a tie to them? Because so Bethany Frankel is best friends with Kyle Richards, who is Kathy Hilton's sister, and Kathy Hilton is Paris's mom, obviously. And then Paris knew Kim K. So
Okay.
she's known Kim K, and she knows Kris Jenner from like way back when.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is like who's the guy, the 6 degree of separation guy? I think you just 6 degrees of, like everyone in Hollywood has to have a connection like that.
That's true. Yeah.
Who is that one guy though that everyone's supposed to be like Kevin Bacon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're all like 6 layers away from Kevin Bacon.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
it's just a saying.
I
But
know
it's true.
Kevin Bacon's crazy.
Okay, well, see, there you go. 1, 2. I'm 2 degrees off.
While I'm reading this, there's some beautiful girl getting her makeup done, and it's distracting me, and it's pissing me off because she looks so fucking cute.
It's annoying.
Okay, let's see.
Shut that ad down.
I literally
Close.
I paused it. I was like, no.
Get out of here. You look great.
All right, this is the next tacky one. Look how funny she used to look.
I do. You know what I need to have as like my wallpaper or something is just scrolling through of celebrity glow ups.
Yeah.
Because it's just so it's inspiring, you guys. We're not supposed to look like them.
No.
You're really not. They have 50 grand invested in that face to transform it into what it's
grand.
now. More than
LOL.
that.
Yeah,
that's true.
way more than that.
But even, okay, maybe just take a typical celebrity face.
Yeah.
Like she's an extreme. She's got to be on I would love to know the price tag on all of them.
I know. Oh my God.
Did you see who Brad Pitt just released that skincare line?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And
And
it-
it's like for all genders or whatever. That's the shtick.
Yes, it's unisex. Like, we got it. You don't want to, you want not for men. He's like, not gay though.
Right.
Not gay.
And
Guys.
But that's also such a thing. It's like, yeah, Brad, we're not stupid. I mean, fine, whatever. But also, like, it's mostly because men who care about skincare is such a small market.
Exactly. Like, we got it.
Yeah.
And what killed me is on the advertisement that they had for it, it was like talking about, you know, all the benefits of it. And it goes, you know how usually they have preservatives and stuff, and they're like, no preservatives. It was conservative free.
What does that mean?
Like, that was them trying to say it's preservative free. I was like, you didn't have
Oh.
any fucking women on this team to be like, that's not how you say that.
Yeah. I thought that it meant like we don't have any sort of conservatives
Yeah.
working for us.
Nope. That's
Oh.
not what he meant, but you could take it that way, which is even funnier.
That is funny.
They're like, yeah, we don't use skincare. Yeah. We rough it up.
We too bad shooting guns.
Yeah. Put shrapnel on my skin.
Beating my wife or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck. All right, so the next one is Belle Noel jewelry.
See, you got to stick with the Ks.
Yeah.
That's, I mean,
Nobody
this
knows
was
what
obviously
this
not
is.
going to work out.
So back in 2010, Kim was known for wearing hoop earrings. And so she capitalized on this and launched her jewelry line Belle Noel in 2011. So it's like back to back failures, basically.
Yeah.
And it was exclusively available at Bloomingdale's. And she worked with a designer, and they created a range of costume jewelry. It provided fans the opportunity to accessorize like Kim K, but at an affordable price. So it never really took off, and it disappeared into the ether.
Yeah. So she did that. Then she launched wow, that was like quite the period for her.
I know.
But it is kind of, again, it's inspiring. It's like a lot of the startups that we've talked about where their founders went and did some just bullshit for a while.
Yeah.
Until they
hit, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a while to get it right. And like that's what
Absolutely.
you should take away from this podcast.
go film a sex tape with your mom and launch it and get your career started, folks. Kim
Simple as
Kardashian
that.
went.
Okay, how bad do you want it?
How
Okay?
bad do you want it?
Do you want it bad enough to have your mom watch you have sex? So you need to ask
That's
yourself.
a really good would you rather.
yeah.
It is a very good would you rather.
Ugh.
I don't even want to ask you because I don't want to answer that question.
Yeah, like what if we were like the most, or like not even the most successful podcast, but like let's say we were raking in like
But you
enough
had-
money to quit our jobs with this podcast, but we had to let our parents watch us have sex.
Guys, I would have to be.
And then the whole world watch us have
and
sex.
then know that was reviewed by your parents. No.
I don't think so.
I'd have
rather-
to be so drunk for a month. Like,
For the rest of my life.
for the rest of my life. Yeah, that would be tough. That'd be a really tough one.
That is tough.
No wonder they don't give a shit now. They're like, what else?
Totally.
What are you going to do?
You gonna see my colonoscopy? Because that's the only
Get
part
in
of me
there.
you haven't seen.
Get
you
in
know?
there. Yeah,
Whatever.
I don't know. Pay me.
Yeah, no, I
It's
agree.
inspiring.
All right, so the next one is selfish.
Okay.
So alongside BFF Paris Hilton, Kim K often attributed the rise of. She's often attributed to the rise of the selfie, being one of the first people to become known posting self-portrait style photos on social media, which is so funny. Do you remember, even if you haven't watched the show, I'm sure you've seen like that clip where they're getting Chloe out of jail because she like got too drunk and then went into like the drunk tank or whatever, and they're on the way to the jail and Kim's taking selfies with like a fucking digital camera and her mom's like, and Chris goes, Kim, stop taking selfies, your sister's in jail. It's the funniest fucking, like, that's like, that family is so funny in that.
They are so great.
I think in that moment, it was like, oh yeah, we got something. This is
Yeah.
hilarious.
That is very funny. And honestly, thank God for selfies because beforehand, remember, it was all just like people posting pictures of like fucking flowers they saw. And like,
Yeah.
Instagram was real weird for a while. Out
It
the
was
gate,
real
no one
weird.
knew what to do.
It was, but I mean, I liked that period.
It was a simpler time.
R.I.P. Such a
R.I.P.
simpler time. Anyway, so So she, in 2015, she released a coffee table photo book titled Selfish, which was published by Rizzoli. I don't know what that is. And contained a collection of previously unseen selfies. Whoa.
I'm gonna get that for your wedding. Here's a coffee table book.
I should put that out as my guest book. And like have people write on her tits and stuff. Happy wedding.
Congratulations, Maynmar.
That's so funny.
It's really funny. That is a great like white elephant gift.
Yeah.
It's Kim Kardashian's selfish book.
At the time that this came out, I was working at Gilt.com, which was like also kind of RIP. But
Yeah,
that was like
famously.
a time of the time. That was a moment in time, Gilt.com. And we put this on Gilt.com. And I remember it was like really fun. We had a little collab with Kim K.
That is exciting.
Yeah, it was exciting.
She was more accessible then too.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, actually, she's
not
pretty accessible
really.
now. It seems.
Yeah.
She fucking date anyone.
That's true. There's got to be something about Pete Davidson that we're missing, obviously.
There clearly is.
There's got to be
There
some
clearly
pheromones
is something up.
pumping.
He must smell. Yeah, it must be a pheromone thing.
It must, yeah, because we're missing something. Like
Yeah,
something's
I think
not
either-
landing with us.
Most of the country is so confused, but just kind of yes-anding it a little bit. Just
Yeah.
like, But these women that he's getting are like, they're not stupid, and they have their pick of the litter.
Yeah,
So something's up.
something's up.
Let
But
us
he,
know.
but he never lands the plane. Like he was
Yeah.
engaged to Ariana Grande, and then they broke up. He was like in with Kim, got like tattoos and stuff, and then they broke up. So he doesn't like land the plane. So maybe he's just like fun for a little while, and then they're like,
And then they like snap out of it.
yeah.
He like showers, and they're like, oh, what was that?
Do you think that also that was like, I mean, it's probably contrived a little bit of his relationship with Kim K, right?
Yeah, but it just seems like such a only a benefit for him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm like, what is she getting out of this?
No, she literally could not be more famous. It's impossible to be more famous
impossible
than
to be
Kim
more
K.
famous.
No one is more famous than Kim K.
If she would want to like maybe date someone intellectual to like
Balance her
out and to
out.
like
And then
get
like
her more
run for
into
office.
yeah. Yeah, no, kind of like that's kind
Yeah.
of that would be if like she started dating like a lawyer or a politician or something like that. I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, there we go.
I
The
see what's
plan is
happening.
the plane's taken off. Like off she goes. There she's going. But
Interesting.
Pete Davidson, that's not going to get you in office. Let me tell you that.
No, it's not. Anyway, so the signed first editions sold out within 1 minute, despite critics calling the project narcissistic and insipid. Yeah, okay, it's narcissistic, but it's like whatever. She's
like-
getting her bag.
Quite
Shut up.
literally, that's what people want from her.
I
They
know.
follow her online for these pictures. So
Right.
yeah, it is narcissistic.
It
but
is, yeah.
That's what they want.
Right. And also like jokes on them because now like everyone and their fucking mom is doing selfies.
Yeah.
Except for us.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
No. not
Do you
really.
do that? No.
Yeah, no.
I'd be so embarrassed.
I don't feel like I look good in selfies. Like,
Yeah. There's a lot of things people do on social media where I'm like, aren't you embarrassed?
Yeah.
And the Sebastian voice, aren't you embarrassed? But
I mean,
yeah.
it would have to be like at an event or something, like something specific, like where it made sense. It's
Yeah.
not that I'm intrinsically against doing a selfie,
No,
but I'm
me
just
neither.
not my really default thing to do. Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah. Because to me, there's nothing more cringy than someone trying to be sexy.
Yeah.
Don't you find that cringy?
It is.
It's just embarrassing.
It's such an
to me. I don't
interesting thing
know.
because it's like yes and no, and I don't
Yeah.
exactly know what the defining line is between it because there's like the models who post their pictures and they look amazing, and you're like, well, yeah,
But that's their job and like
right.
Yeah.
But then there's even like people who are no, you're right, because then it's usually like not overtly meant to be sexy. It just is like, oh, well, they're really hot, so
Right,
sorry,
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
What are you gonna
yeah,
do?
yeah. Right,
It's
exactly.
inherently,
anyway.
yeah.
Okay.
Let's get up Instagram and let's start like reviewing.
Okay, so Kim K Hollywood is the next one. So Kim K's iOS and Android game.
I remember when this came out.
Me too. It can be described as the Hollywood version of The Sims, where the aim is to become as famous as possible. Wow, that's funny.
She's so open about everything.
I
She's like, what do
know.
you want? What do you want from me?
That's what people love about her, though. So each player had the opportunity to book modeling jobs, make guest appearances, and go on dates, as well as spend K-Stars, virtual currency that could be earned in-app or bought with real money, oh my God, on the latest fashion looks.
This is like when the parents get the Apple bill and are like, we spent $75 on
Right, like, what are you-
K-Stars?
What the fuck? You go to your room.
May?
Oh, Stop applying for fucking credit cards. Yeah, you can get your own credit card and put it to your K-stars, bitch.
Have you ever played any of those games though, where you had to buy like in-app purchases?
I actually didn't because my mom put the fear of God in me.
That's good.
About
That's good
that,
on
yeah.
her. I did. So stupid. I played Clash of Clans for a while, and I
Ku Klux Klans?
No. Ugh. I wish. No, I'm just kidding. No, Clash of Clans was this like very silly little like you would put a little medieval army together, and it like took time to build your army. Mm-hmm. It's really lame.
Okay. But anyway,
and I probably sunk like $120 into this thing. And then I was like, that's
not so bad.
It's not so bad, but that's embarrassing.
And yeah,
that's really embarrassing.
For your own money or your parents' money?
It was my own money.
Okay,
at this
so
point.
you were an adult.
I was. I was like in college.
Okay.
Where it's like barely.
Yeah.
Like, should I have been spending $120 on Clash of Clans?
No.
Like, definitely not.
Yeah. $120, you were rich back then.
Well, it was like over time. It's incremental. That's how they get you.
That was also simpler
there,
times when like collectively you and your friends would be like, okay, we got $50 for the rest of the week. Like, what are we gonna buy? We're gonna buy a loaf of bread, some peanut butter, and then
a hamburger.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
And a burger blue. Okay. Anyway, So the game launched in June of 2014, and by the end of the year, it had 23 million players and it had made $43 million.
Whoa!
Holy shit, man! There's a lot of
that's
angry
real
parents out
money.
there. Yeah,
that's a lot of
crazy.
Laura's doing in-app purchases right there, but on a way cooler app than Clash of Clans. I'll tell you
That's
that.
kind of fucking fun though. Like it's like kind of like how to be manipulative.
Yeah,
That's what that game teaches.
I wonder if it's
you.
still out there. We should play it.
Yeah, we should. I had no idea. Okay, so this next one is Shoedazzle. I didn't know that she was involved in Shoedazzle. Remember Shoedazzle?
I don't remember.
It's like affordable shoes that are like all like super tall heels.
Okay.
They're just
stripper heels.
Yeah,
the
like,
company.
wildly impractical.
Perfect.
I'm such a fucking grandma with heels now. I'm like, it needs to be block heel or like straight up fucking kitten. Dude.
Literally, I was texting May earlier, and I was like, what kind of out are we going in Mexico?
Yeah.
Please, dear God, don't tell me that I have to wear real heels.
No. Well, first of all, I mean, we'll probably just like stop into some clubby stuff, but like,
Don't tell me stripper heels. No, I'm
No.
not wearing them.
Neither am I.
All right, good.
But like, I don't enjoy myself at places like that anyway.
And
It's my special day.
It's all about May.
You're here for May.
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May and what May wants to do. Oh my God, can you imagine? But I don't
it
think
totally
so.
depends on the setting. I
Yeah.
can have a blast at those, but it has to be the exact right scenario.
It's gotta be ironic, and we have to stay
Yes.
for like an hour.
Yes.
Not even.
Yes.
Like, you get a
Yeah,
drink,
you can't
we
be there for that long.
No, you get a drink, you dance,
Yeah.
you leave. And
You
there has to be, like,
I
an
like to be there to
outdoor
cause
setting.
chaos, actually, more than anything.
Yeah.
Like, I love running around places like that. I'm not great to take places when I'm drunk. I'm going to go ahead and
It's
let
gonna be the
people
end
know
of the night.
that.
I'm gonna be like, where the fuck is Laura?
I'm like, she's on stage
yeah.
with the DJ. She works here now. She
Actually,
applied and
going
got
to
a job.
DJ set would be really funny in Mexico
Yes.
City. That would be cool.
We should see who's playing. Okay.
We'll review.
So Shoedazzle.
Okay. So
Stripperheels.com.
This is actually, now we're going back in time. 2009, Kim launched an online fashion subscription service with Brian Lee, Robert Shapiro, and some other dude, MJ, that offered monthly curations of shoes, bags, and jewelry. That sounds nice. Within 4 years, the brand had amassed 10 million subscribers. What? And received millions of dollars of funding before being acquired by rival online fashion subscription service Just Fab. Remember them?
Wait, yes, I did the Just Fab box for a little bit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
Yeah, it is fun. You
It's
get like a
you
little
do
surprise.
It, yeah, you do it for a few months. You're like, then after a while, you're like, okay, well, it's got to stop.
We
I
got
don't
it.
need any more junk in my
Yeah.
house. But it's like, I don't know, it's
Yeah.
exciting.
But anyway, so they sold it to them for an undisclosed sum, making it one of Kim's first successful business ventures. So
Oh, good for her.
good for Kim. All right, next one is her first perfume. It looks extremely tacky. This is what I think happened was I think that she was trying to be like, oh, I'm for like the everyday woman, which because she appeals to all these masses on TV. So she was like, oh, I'm going to do a bunch of stuff that looks like it belongs in TJ Maxx or whatever. And then she realized that she's more elevated than that, and people like her for the what's the word? Like not affluent, but like people aspire to be more.
Yeah.
So she needs to have like more of an elevated brand.
I also think that at least in America, people hate to think of themselves as everyday people.
Yeah, they do.
No one here is like, I'm just an average. Maybe some, but like more often than not, when you're buying shit, you're not like, well, this is for pieces of shit like me. And hell yeah.
It's so true.
Right? Like,
yeah.
they're like, oh, like, well, obviously, that's why everyone's excited with like designer brand logos and stuff like
Right.
that. Where you're like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Kim's first perfume after a monumental bust-up with her sisters that was documented on Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
What does that mean?
I don't know. They had a big fight or whatever. Kim renamed her first perfume venture from Dashing, inspired by the sisters' boutique Dash. Remember that?
Oh, that's right.
We'll talk about that in a second. To Kim Kardashian's Eau de Perfume. And
It's just like my name.
right.
Whatever.
I would get in a dust up with my sister too. I'd be like, we were doing this together and now it's just you. So anyway,
Is that what happened?
Yeah. And then, so the fragrance was a sophisticated bouquet of jasmine, tuberose, gardenia, and a dry down of tonka bean. All right, I have no idea what the
Tonka
fuck
bean.
any of this means.
You definitely want tonka bean.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's good.
But anyway, so she basically cut her sisters out of the deal. She's ruthless also.
She is ruthless.
She's so ruthless. Like, there's been so many scenes. I don't really watch the show, but you can't get away from it. Like, you're gonna have to see clips of the show
it's
somewhere.
around.
And you see, like, there's scenes where Kourtney is like, family is my biggest priority, and Kim's like, well, fine, but you don't have businesses that you care about, and we actually work, and you sit on your fucking ass. Like, I'm like paraphrasing, but that was essentially the
honestly honest.
Yeah.
You know?
I know Kourtney does have her own shit going on, but she definitely, I feel like she's just like, oh, fine, and just like being like pushed by like the PR team, where Kim seems to be like,
Kim is
proactively
absolutely.
going for
She
it.
loves it. She's leaning in.
maybe
as they would say.
Kourtney has the better idea though, because she's like, I'm just like chilling and having sex with my hot husband. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, she certainly sounds like her blood pressure's lower, but whatever that means.
Right. So number 6 is Sky Partners Private Equity. What is happening here? I have no idea that she was involved in that. So
Wait, is this the one that just came out? Yeah.
it is. Oh, okay.
When's this article from?
This is for, I have no idea.
Yes, this just came out. And this
Really?
is actually one of the reasons I thought we should do this. That's right. I didn't know it was called Sky Partners. But she's getting into the private equity world.
Cool.
And the whole quote around it is where this is like, she wanted to go from like making money to making fuck you money. And
Really?
investments are where you do that, right? Like,
Yeah.
obviously you can raise a business to $43 million, and that's amazing. I'm like, that's like fine.
Oh my God.
But like, I mean, the people on the other side who are giving you that money to start at the first place, they get 40% or whatever the fuck they, negotiated for, and for all the others. So it's like definitely the way to make. That's the people running the country. Yeah.
So basically she joined forces with a bunch of private equity executives, blah, blah, blah. It's a new firm. So that's pretty fucking dope.
I think there's a lot more celebrities that are trying to get more into that and to leverage their,
expertise.
I mean, that's giving it a lot, brand.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, if you're a startup founder, that's cool. Like, that has its own appeal, and they do have networks that you can tap into. So depending on what you're doing, I can totally see that being useful. That is a really interesting one. I definitely want to keep an eye on what they start putting money into, because like, God,
I trust what she's putting her money into.
probably. I mean, she
That stupid
at least in media and entertainment, I mean, she knows.
She does know.
I'm curious, did it say if anyone else in her family's, if Chris is in it? I'm like, do they need money? Do they need a funding round?
I know, right? Not sure.
Because like, if Chris was in one of those, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Here's my money. Like, figure it out.
For sure. I'm sure even if she's not directly involved, I'm sure she's gonna, like, when does Kris Jenner sleep?
She doesn't.
I mean, oh my God.
She definitely doesn't.
Anyway, so the next one is the iconic Dash Boutique. By the way, look at this photograph of the three of these women. The faces that have changed on these women. Crazy. And also that the way they're dressed is a disaster.
Do they admit to plastic surgery?
Yeah.
Like,
I think Kim says that she hasn't had anything major, just like filler, like a little bit of fillers and Botox, which I kind of believe.
I do too, because there's a lot you can do without like a serious surgery. Like, you know,
obviously Khloe has had like a fucking head transplant, but
you're like,
right.
yeah.
And I think Kourtney is like the most like her brand is very like natural and holistic. So I think that I don't know that she's had anything done or definitely doesn't admit to it. I don't know if she admits to it.
But Kim's had stuff done to her body.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say.
Recently,
but her face.
Yeah.
And
They
that's
recently
fair.
all took out their BBLs.
I know. I hate that for
I
us
know.
as a society. It's a big problem.
I agree because now we got to be skinny again. Listen, I'm trying hard enough as it is. My God.
Ladies, come on. What is this next one? Okay, so Dash.
Yeah. So Dash, it was like a high-end store boutique. It opened its doors in 2006. And it was open for 12 years, expanding into multiple locations, including Miami. Famously, they did Kourtney and Kim Take Miami.
Yep.
Maybe it was Kourtney and Khloe. I don't know. Well, somebody was in Miami.
Doesn't matter.
And Manhattan. So
are they not around anymore?
I don't know, actually. Let me see. I feel like it's not very successful because wouldn't you think everybody would be shopping Dash Boutique?
If there was anything worth getting from there, yeah.
Right.
Dash Soho. Oh, yeah, it's got a live website.
Dash Boutique.
Oh, no, that's Dach. Dash Clothing is closed.
I don't think it is. Kardashian sisters. Okay. Yeah, closed permanently. How could that have closed? That's my thing. Like,
well, what we should do is make a note of that, and we can go and figure that out, and we'll report back in our next Kardashian episode, whenever that might be.
Because I just don't get it. I'm like, how the fuck do the Kardashians let a clothing store close?
I don't know. Well, maybe they switched to online because having an actual storefront, like, as your deal.
Yeah, but I just searched for it online. Couldn't find anything.
Well, yeah, no. What I'm saying is they clearly have clothing companies online now.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe they were just like, let's just rebrand, refocus,
Right.
move it the fuck along.
Yeah. So next one we're going to talk about is Kimoji.
What is that?
In 2015, she launched the Kimoji app, which contained a range of 250 emojis and GIFs, including Kim's legendary crying face and memorable scenes from the reality show. It took the virtual world by storm, making $1 million every minute and boasting 9,000 downloads every second. I mean, my God. Later, it moved to making emoji-adorned merch, including T-shirts and phone cases. Wow.
I would rather have a virus on my phone than the Kimoji app. What?
Yeah. 9,000 downloads every second for how long?
Holy shit.
That's so much.
250 pictures of her?
People are obsessed with this woman.
What the fuck?
Like, we can respect her, but this is like weird.
That is weird. That's weird, guys.
People are
USA,
fucking weird.
that is weird. We need to take a look.
Very
we need to
weird.
sit down and look internally as to what the fuck happens there. What was that meltdown we just had?
I don't know. Very strange. All right, moving on.
9,000 down. Okay, I'm gonna. This is the kind of thing I'm gonna be not able to sleep tonight because I'm just gonna be like, the Kimoji app.
I know.
God damn it.
Well,
It's very funny.
anyway. So next one we're going to talk about is Kkw Beauty and Skkn Skin.
Okay.
So despite the demise of her inaugural beauty brand, she launched KKW in 2017 to instant success. It had powerful pigments, Bethany Frankel approved, high
Gotta have a good
performance formulas, and a range of trend-led products that impress both Kim's fans and makeup industry insiders. So 3 years after its launch, Coty, which is like a giant cosmetics brand, bought 20% of the company for $200 million, valuing the company at $1 billion.
Wow. Good for her.
In 2021, Kim announced the closure of the makeup brand. I don't know why.
I was like, are they around still?
I guess not. In a statement on her social media, she said, on August 1st at midnight, we will be shutting down the kkwbeauty.com site so we can move back, so that we can come back to you or to your under she gets like a I don't know what the fuck. Come back to you under a completely new brand with new formulas that are more modern, innovative, and packaged in an elevated and sustainable new look.
So, okay, I actually understand that. So she probably was like, we did this for a few years and things have changed enough in the industry that we want to like almost like relaunch, but like she's the brand. So she just can like, it's like when Coty like takes one line down and like brings up another line kind of deal.
Right.
But like they probably, I'm sure they have some sort of deal with her at this point or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe they
for
got
sure.
paid out.
So then June 2022, she re-announced a new skincare line called Skkn.
Got it. Exactly. Yeah. So then they're just like, okay, we can rebrand, make the whole thing completely different, and then like,
right.
you know, take it up a notch.
I also think things being like Kardashian Beauty or KKW Beauty, like it does sound way more tacky than like
Definitely.
Skin or Skims or
Yeah.
Good American.
Yeah.
So I think that they were like, somebody told them, we got to get away from your names, even though it is what's, you guys are driving the sales, but you can't be like so blunt about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I
There's
definitely.
like a difference there.
Well, because we have Rihanna has Fenty,
Yeah.
which was smart on her part.
Yeah. And it's really good.
Yeah. And then there's a bunch of them. The Alba. Well, that's her last name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alba Beauty. But it doesn't sound it.
No. And she also has Honest Skincare. It's not like just
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right, next one, she has a Kkw Fragrance. So basically, it's just a new fragrance. It comes in a hourglass-shaped big old butt bottle.
She knows what sells.
She does, but
She's like my face as an app. What? She's like, I'm as confused as you are, but they want it, so here we go.
So here we go. Whatever. It's so crazy. Like those shaped bottles where like the guy had the big bulge. You know what I'm talking about? The blue one.
No, I don't.
Oh my god! Every boy in college wore this. It was like a ripped torso with like a big fucking bulge.
It's because, I mean, who's buying this? It's probably like young people.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I want to be like this. I want to
I
have a big bulge. I want to have a big butt.
Humongous big old
this
butt.
Fragrance has nothing to do with either of those things, but let me spray it on me anyway.
Crazy. All right, so then we're coming to the last one, and that is Skims.
Good on her.
Yeah. So obviously Skims is fucking massive.
Massive.
It's a multi-billion-dollar brand. It's fucking really, really high quality, I gotta say.
Yeah.
And it sells like a bunch of like, smoothing contour underwear, things like that, loungewear, pajamas. I have their dress. They're really nice.
It was one of those things where I was like, if you're going to have, she's clearly an expert in that field, because if you're going to have an ass of that size, or if you did have an ass of that size, you're
Right.
going to want to
Contain it.
Contain it, lift it, handle it, stuff it in a dress, bodycon
Right.
dress.
Right.
So it makes sense.
It makes total sense.
The use case was clearly laid out.
Yeah. So anyway, pretty cool.
And Skims is still crushing.
Mm-hmm.
How much money is she worth in total?
I don't know. Let's find out. 1 second.
And then, of course, I'm sure she makes, so these are her actual businesses. And then, of course, she has her very many appearances and the actual TV shows. How many TV shows do they have now?
I think
There's like
just the one.
But isn't there something on Hulu, too?
Yeah, I think they sold it to Hulu because nobody watches whatever was on A&E
I don't know.
or whatever. Anyway, she, according to Google.com, it is $1.8 billion USD.
Wow.
That's fucking sick, dude.
Good for her.
Hell yeah.
All from one little Ray J
I know.
penetration out the gate.
She must have no fucking time on her hands at all.
No, definitely not.
Like she has all this money and no time to spend it.
Yeah. That's probably what is the Courtney? She's probably like, what do you?
Yeah, she's probably like, I live a way better life.
I'm hanging.
Yeah. I mean, she's not exactly hanging, but I think that she
Yeah, compared
She
to like the normal people, she's
gets
crushing it. Well, that's probably why she had.
self-care in.
Remember that quote that she had where she was like, people nowadays don't want to work.
Oh, Kim
And everyone
K.
was like, okay, Kim.
Yeah, right.
Which I get, but I'm also like, to be fair, she has certainly embraced a work ethic. Like maybe she
yeah.
had a very different entryway into the workforce.
But homegirl fucking works.
She is working.
She's probably on a plane every day
Yeah, to
to go get her coffee. That is really fucking funny. Next episode, we should just do on the top, where we do our little banter and topics. We should talk about each celebrity and how much they spend and get in.
Oh yeah. We should actually. I want to go review that because there was
That'd
a lot
be
of
really
like.
funny.
Yes, we'll.
I wonder if some of the people, and I'm sure there are, did that really cringy Imagine video.
Oh. Okay, I will take that. I will go and look.
Okay, good.
I'll find out.
I think Adam Levine was in that, which speaking of, he's been in some hot water lately.
That guy sucks.
Yeah, I mean his band sucks my
Yeah.
fucking ass, dude. It's like the
He
worst
was like
band ever.
he was like boy bands, but just for like slightly older people.
Okay, I know that it's like cool to hate them, but I fucking hated them from day one.
What were even their songs?
Girls like you.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of them. And
It was like imagine if you had a band that was making music for commercials.
yeah.
Just out the gate.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok where some lady called it music that you hear at the dentist.
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Exactly. It's like,
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely. Like you'll like recognize it, but it's just like,
I did not care for it. I really did not care for it. Anyway,
you're so cool.
I'm so fucking cool and hip.
I'm gonna go play Clash of Clans some more.
All right, guys.
This was fun.
This was super fun. We'll do more on the Kardashians if you liked it. If you hated it, then let us know, I guess. I don't know, or don't, or whatever. I don't know. It's our podcast. No, it's for you. Just kidding.
It's a collaborative effort.
It's a collaborative effort. And also like write in with stories you guys want to hear about, because ultimately we're trying to make you happy and have you guys come back and interested. And we'd love it if you like and subscribed.
Yes. Tell your friends. 3 friends.
3 friends. That's your homework. And we'll catch you next time.
All right. Bye.
Bye.